You're listening to the Residential Movement, where the focus is on making in-home dental care normal instead of novel or niche. I'm your host, Dr. Ashley Robinson, a house call dentist with a lot of passion for reaching patients who are best served in their home or residence. I'm here to encourage, equip, and empower dentists like you to begin offering in-home dental services for patients who cannot get to the office, while also enjoying a more balanced work life. We discuss everything from dentistry, business, ethics, mindset, and more. Listen in to learn how you can become a part of the residential movement. Hello there. Thanks for tuning in to this episode of the Residential Movement podcast. An old friend of mine from dental school recently reached out to me and asked how I formed my legal entity for my dental house call practice. I go into a lot more detail about this in my online course for aspiring house call dentists called Dental House Call Practice Academy, but I wanted to share the nutshell version of it for you here. For starters, you're going to need a lawyer. You can form a legal entity very inexpensively online, but I don't recommend skimping when it comes to the legal advice and legal foundation of your business. Definitely have a lawyer help you determine which legal entity to form and to help you file the necessary paperwork with your state. Legal entity options include a 501c3 nonprofit, an LLC, an S-Corp. The list goes on, and there are pros and cons to all of them. In my case, AccommoDental is a PLLC because in New York State, a PLLC was the type of legal entity I needed because I'm a licensed professional. It works just like an LLC, but there needed to be a P in front of it. Who knew? Not me. But I'm glad I had a lawyer to advise me from the start because I would have mistakenly formed an LLC on my own. This is exactly why I recommend that you work with a lawyer right from the start too. I have friends who are entrepreneurs in other spaces and they recommend getting started without legal entities in place. But as a dentist, I would not recommend doing this at all. You are a professional with a license. We are held to a higher ethical standard than other business owners. You definitely want to protect yourself and your patients right from the start. In addition to a lawyer, I recommend finding an accountant and insurance agent from the start too. It is so much easier to begin your business correctly from the beginning than it is to go back and fix things when they're all unorganized. The order I recommend for establishing your business is this. First, get your legal entity established because this takes longer than you think. Plus, you ultimately need the state to approve of your business name. And they might not, so you might have to submit a revised application. This is unique to certain professions like dentistry, and it's a huge pain. So really, don't start advertising or anything until your business is legally official. Next, once you're official, you can use the new tax ID or employer ID number EIN to establish your business bank account. You want to do this right from the beginning to track any spending that you're doing on your business. Everything you invest in your business is a tax write-off, and it's just so much easier to keep track of it when it's all coming from one account. The same goes for insurance. Only once your legal entity and business bank account are established should you go and find insurance. Your insurance agent is going to want to know which company you work for, so don't worry about becoming insured until your legal entity is established. And remember, you can pay for this insurance from your business bank account. Building a dental house call practice in the right sequence is important, but I never want this process to seem overwhelming for you. I never took a single business class in all the years of my formal education. I mean, I wish I did because it would have saved me a lot of time and headaches, but I didn't, and I was able to open up my dental house call practice. So if I could figure this stuff out, so can you. But I also want to save you some time and trouble, which is why I offer a step-by-step framework in Dental House Call Practice Academy. In this course, I want to share my experience with you and help you step-by-step while you build your practice. If you're interested in joining Dental House Call Practice Academy, visit residentialmovement.com/DHCPA to enroll. The world needs more house call dentists, and I'm so grateful that you're considering this field. Feel free to email me with questions anytime at hello@residentialmovement.com. Thanks for listening in. I really appreciate you. That's a wrap on this episode of the Residential Movement. If you like what you heard today, please leave a 5-star review and subscribe so you don't miss an episode. If you know someone who could benefit from this information, please share this with them. All of these actions help fuel the residential movement. Visit residentialmovement.com for show notes and for access to any links referenced in this episode. Thanks again for listening, Doc. Keep up the good work.